back to HTML and CSS tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be talking or dealing on our second project, which I believe is going to be the final project on this language. So on this project we will be focusing mostly on form, connecting our pages together and other things that will make our page attractive. So by the end of this tutorial or project, we will be able to do something like this. So this is a form, but this is what we will be creating on this project. And you see, when they hover on all these, it shows another background. So we'll be learning how to achieve this. So let's get to our editor and see how we can come up with something like this. So this is our editor. I'm just going to delete everything in this place so that we start afresh. Let me refresh the browser. So we have empty page. We're going to start from the scratch. So let's get started. I put my HTML, which is the first thing you put in your browser or your editor, which I believe you are very conversant with if you have been following this tutorial from the onset. So I will be naming this tutorial project 2. Like I always do in other series, I have to name it according to the series I'm working on. So first I have to create a link, which is my navigation bar. For me to do that, I have to make use of my UL. So I create my UL. Inside my UL I have my list. Inside my list I have my anchor tag. So I don't want it to take me to anywhere, so I put hash. So my first link, I call it home. So I just have to copy this. I will now have to change this one to about. This one I will just say sign up. Yeah, so I will be working with these 3 elements. So let's save it and refresh our browser. So we have the 3 of them in this place. So we'll try to do some couples of things to this 3 link so that it will look just exactly the one I showed you before. So first I have to give it a class of nav. So I have to go back to my head and bring in my style so that I will be able to achieve my aim. Now I'll go into the opening and closing of the style. I have to call my nav. So first I have to convert it from inline block from block element to inline element. By so doing, I have to change the display from block to inline. So I've achieved that. Let's refresh our browser. So we have successfully achieved this. We want to split the elements from each other so that it will have a little space from each other. So we can do that by adjusting the width. Let's adjust the width with about 5% from each other. 5% from each other. So we have gotten that. Now we still need it to appear at the right hand side, which is supposed to be this side. We don't need it to be in this side, we want it to be in this side. So we have to go to the UL itself, which is the nav. So we have to put our text alignment to right. Good. So let's save it again and see what we got. So we get this from here. Now have to change the margin from this place, the margin right. So the margin right, let's give it 50 pixels from the right, and see, and this place we have to change the background color. Let's change the background color to indigo, just as the one I showed you. Background color, the padding and margin, padding to be 10 pieces. Good, 10 pieces all way around, and the margin, the 9 pieces. Margin top, I change it to minus 10 pieces. Margin bottom, I change it to minus 10 pieces. Good. So let's save it and see how it look like. So we have gotten something like this. Just have to change the color so that we'll be able to see the write-up. So what is bearing the element or the write-up is the anchor tag. So we have to go into anchor tag. Which is nav in anchor tag, and we'll have to change the color to be white. So we have to change the text decoration also. We don't need the text decoration. We don't need it, so we're just going to change it to none. So let's save it and see what we get in that place. Have then decoration, we have this. So we need it to change background whenever we point at it or whenever we hover at it. So we do another thing in that place. So we create a nav again with the same anchor tag. Now we change the background of the anchor tag, background color to be red, the padding to be 10 pieces. Good. So let's try to save it and see. You see that is just permanent in this place. You have to do another thing to read. So we come here, we give it a hover. Good. So that when they hover on it, it will appear. So you see, we have successfully achieved this. So this is for that. So another thing we have to create is the form. So let's get to let's try to create the form. So I come here, say form. So what do I need first in the form? I needed label, or let's just say full name. So what is the label for? SAF name, which stands for full name, just an abbreviation. So the input, what is the input type is text. So I have to give it an ID that matches the form. Good. So I've achieved this. Let's see our good. You see, this one is coming into the up one. So let's get down to this place. And remove the margin bottom so that it will now go down. So we have gotten this. Let's try to create some other form. Let's just copy this one. just have to break this one. Good. So let's see, what will I use in this place? Say range number. Let's say range. Good. So let me break this one also. So which other thing do we need to put in this place? Say email. So I just have to click this one. Email. So what other thing do we need? What other thing do we need? Say phone number. Let's try to put phone number. Phone number. There. So let's break this one also. So what do we need again? Say username or thereabout. Username. Let's put username. 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 So let's put password. So password. So this one will change to password, and let's just change this to password. So let's save and see our browser. So we have gotten this. So let's create our submit button. Input submit. So this one will now have a value of submit. Good. So I think we have gotten this. Now I want to send this thing to the center in this place. You want it to appear on the center. So what do we do? Let's try to give this one a class. Let's say a class of form or whatever. Class of form. So let me go to my style, because form is the block element, so I have to convert it to inline. So the first thing I do is to change the display to inline block. So change the margin left. Let's just change it to 400 pixels. Let's check our. So we have gotten this. We have successfully sent it to the center. So we need to put our margin and padding. Let's try to put a border on it. A border. Border to be solid. Good. So what do we do again? We do the padding to be, let's say, 10 pieces from each other. So let's say we have gotten this. So the test alignment, we send it to center. Good. Now let's save it. I have successfully gotten this. So we want to adjust this place, all these ones, this string number, this email, so that they will fall in the same line with all this. So let's do that. But before we do that, I just want to go and change this E to capital E, capital email. So let me just change it to capital E. Now you see that the email has an ID, the range number has an ID, so I will be able to locate them using their ID. So range, so what will I have to do in that range? I have to change the width of the range. Let me say 150 pieces. Let's save it and see how it look like. 150 is more, so let's add again. Let's say 180 and see how it look like. So you see it's almost there a little. Let's just add a little bit something to it. 187. Good, I think this is perfect. So let's do the one for email as well. ID of email. So let's change the width. Let's use 160 since it is up. Okay, let's use 180 as well. 180 is almost there. Oh, it's not yet there. Let's use 190 pieces. I think it's almost there, remaining a little. Let's use 197. I think this is perfect in this way. So let's just try to put a little background to the form. Let's change the background color of the form. Background color to be gray. So let's go and save. Now we have gotten that. Now I want to change this ID, this text also, the background to be indigo as well, so we'll be able to locate that. So how can we do that in this place? We want to locate it and change this thing. So let's give it an ID. Let's give it an ID of submit, so that we'll be able to locate it. Or better still, we can use the inline to style this. But let me use the inline to style this. Let's just go to this place, say style. So background color to be indigo, the color of the text to be white, good. The font size, let me use 20 pieces, good. So I will save it. I think I've achieved this. Now I have to do some things again in this place. Say how to just create a P for someone that has an account and for someone that does not have an account to be able to log in. I have an account. So if the person have an account, let's create an account tag. Say click here if the person has an account. Now if the person don't have an account, let's just copy this one, go down and still paste it. Let me bring this thing down so that you see it. So this one is don't have account. So if the person don't have account, let him click the second one I believe we have gotten this. Now I want to change this side and this side just the way I showed you from the video, from the preview that I showed you. We want to change the side of this side. So let's go back to our form. Let's go back to it. So let's go back to our border. Now border left width, let's change it to, let's use 20 pieces. Border left width. So we have gotten that. Let's do the one for the right also. Border right width, we just do 20 pieces as well. Border right color. The right color, we give it a black, while let's change this thing to red. So I'll change this one to left. Good. So let's preview it. So I think I've gotten this now. I think this is exactly what I showed you. Let me bring this one back a little from that. Let me bring it back a little. Say 390. So I think this is all about the form. I believe you can do this. It's simple as ABCD. So let's try to connect this form now to our main page. Let me open the main page so that we'll be able to see it in a separate file. Now, this is our main page. Sorry, our main page is the index. Now we want to connect our work to this main page. So what we do, we want to connect it to this place, to our sign up, so that whenever someone click on the sign up, it will now take them to this floor. So I just have to close this one in the browser so that I will be left alone with my home page. So I have to go to my home page. So I have to locate this navigation that has this sign up. So where is it located in our page of where we did? Let's go down. So this is where it's located. So instead of me to put sign up, to put this hash, I will now put the name of the place. Say project 2.html. So this is the name of the project of the file that we just work on, which is this project 2.html. So let's save it, preview. Now when we click on it, you see you have to take us to the page. So in this one, just want to set it also that whenever they click on this one, it will not take them back to the index page. So that is what we are going to do in this one. So we go to the project 2, we locate where the home is. So we have the home in this place. We change it to index.html, so that we'll be able to navigate within our page. So when I click on it, it will take me back to my index. Now in this one, So that is for that. Let me try to replace this one. Let me replace this one with it with about. I just want to show you something in this place. From this our index, so this one, I just want it to take me to this particular place whenever it is being clicked on. So I have to locate where I have it in my index. So this is it. This is the about. This is the about. Let me give it an ID of about. So that is that. I go to my page. In my about, I'll now put index dot html, my ID of about. So I'll now save it. It's simple as that. So about, okay, I want to put it, yeah, my ID of about HTML. Good. What is it showing in that place? What is it showing? Oh, this is it. I have two about. So this is the index.html. As you can see, this is the about. So I have two abouts here already. So let me just change this one to index or whatever, login. I want to click on the right one. So this is my sign up, my good. So I go back, my about. See, it now brings me to the about direct. So that is how to connect your pages together. Feel free to ask any question whenever you are confused. And I believe this is the end of the project. Please subscribe, share and like. Whenever you don't know what to do or you are confused in your work, don't hesitate to let us know, and we'll be glad to get back to you. Thanks. See you on the next series.